It's been less than 12 hours.
And that's
you start getting the shakes again. Oh no, I gotta play.
You gotta keep your dailies up.
Sometimes I'm at work and I'm like thinking too much about Genshin that I'm like, oh, I gotta use the restroom, and I go and I log on.
Has anyone seen Frankie's been gone for like an hour?
And I just do like one commission. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Must have had a bad burrito or something.
All right. Well, that took a lot. Yeah, that took a lot out of me. Ooh.
It took a lot.
Bienvenidos, Mana-san. Welcome to another rousing episode of Taku Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to review the Metro Girl and the Evil Lieutenant used to be Archenemies. Man, it's a mouthful. Joining me today is Frank. Hi, Frank.
Hi.
And the host with the most, Ray.
Why am I with the most?
Well, we're getting spooky. It's almost time for spooky season.
What?
You know, the Halloween.
So because it's spooky, I'm the most? Because I'm the most spooky? You saying I'm scary? I'm ugly? What are you trying to say here?
Well, I mean...
Wow. Wow.
Let's say this. No, I'm just saying. Someone got to.
Well, this was Miles' last time on the podcast. Everyone say goodbye to him. He no longer exists.
See, and this is why
it's been good.
You're now the host.
He had a good run. Well, let's think about his anime picks. No, he had a terrible run. In fact, why are you still even here? Is the real question. Now I think about it.
Hey, wait. What's the rolls? One more roll. There's one more roll. One day I'll get 100%. I'm telling you, my pulls are getting up. My pull rate's going up recently, so
Man can't even win a 50-50 out here, and now he's got the balls to call me
I'd like
ugly.
to let you know, I did win my last 50-50. Thank you very much, and I'm so good. I won it twice.
And how much did you have to pay to get the 50-50?
Don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
But before we're gonna, of course, we're gonna go into our weeks, and because he asked for it, Ray, tell us your week.
I asked for it. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Excuse me. I'm just writing this down.
Oh,
Sweet Revenge, Cold, got it. Okay,
yeah, just write down, put on the list.
Put it on the list. Oh, boy, that's quite the dead you'll hear, Miles. It's piling up here on you. And I think someone's gonna be collecting on it soon. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so for me this week, let's see, what is it to talk about? All right, more masturbation about my love of Call of the Night. Apparently,
once again.
That show's so good. It's so good. We finished it this last week or two. And yeah, this anime is just made for me. I yuck it up, yum it up, lick it up. I do it all.
Yes, it's Samia, just like me.
It's been a while since I've seen a show that just screams made just for me, with its people that can't sleep late at night, get into shenanigans, the world slowly expanding as time progresses, and the things that you thought were simple and nice and friendly, maybe a little bit more sinister than we all think, which I am a sucker for. And just the whole opening and endings with its vibe and atmosphere, the music's playing, the music stands out in the show.
The shaftness of the whole darn thing.
There's also that. I mean, it helps when the guy worked at Shaft for many years on several projects with Shimbo, so you can definitely see it and feel it if you're a Shaft member. But if you're an anime connoisseur like myself, who's looking for the higher class of anime out there, from the riffraff,
make sure you get your uncle here, because you always make sure.
Yes.
Because we don't want to. Because the filth I usually get, I guess, or they just dig
move
myself.
aside, coming weebs, the real rollers.
I think I just dig myself, but anyway,
a little bit. You and your wife enjoy your wife. We're out here looking for art. All right, we're sophisticated people out here with a delicate palate.
Last time I checked, I think I win more in sales though. Last time I checked, for sure.
You enjoy that. But yes, Call the Night, it's really, really, really good, and I just want more. I'm begging for more. I need it now, and I have to wait till next year to get a season 2. Boo. Just sad. Tragedy, really, when you think about it.
Oh, yeah, there you go. How I'm going to get through the rest of the months. I don't know.
But yeah, this is definitely a show that I was excited about, and for once, the hype lived up. The build up to the moment, and it just delivered everything. I was very happy and excited. It's been a while since I really sunk my teeth to an anime.
Makes you feel alive again, brother.
Indeed. So it makes me like, oh, this is why I like this whole medium and the genre and the art style and everything they do out there in Japan.
See if I go back to One Piece.
I need to go back to One Piece one day. It's been on my mind. I need to get back on before the end of the year, and we're getting sadly closer and closer to that. So I need to get on that sail to Wano finally. I've been stuck on that overlay delay for like a few months now.
Right next to Guts on the boat.
Yeah, I'm definitely took a hitch a ride with the Black Swordsman, and my luck it was fucking Kirito. Damn it. But yes, like I said, Call of the Night, very, very good. Highly recommend, especially if you're an artsy-fartsy person like myself. It lives up to the hype and almost makes it worthwhile suffering through High Dive in their subscription and player they have out there for their anime content. Please work on that, High Dive. I beg of you. It'd be nice if it wasn't bad. Just kind of bad.
Don't worry. Eventually, they'll make it fair, or they'll get absorbed by the Sony Crunchyroll machine.
Yeah.
Why is it bad?
The player, you have to skip like 30 seconds in advance. You can't skip like seconds in advance. Like, oh, you're reading subtitles and like, oh, you missed something real quick and you want to go back. You have to go back a whole 30 seconds, which I'm not a fan of. Especially a guy who does video editing all day and like milliseconds matter to me. Those little things, they kind of drive me insane after a while.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the biggest reason for why the High Dive is not bueno for me. But Call of the Night is very bueno for me. So once again, going. The other thing of note is what I've been doing on stream, which is a little spooky since we're about to this podcast comes out. We're going to enter October and spooky time.
Yeah, time for to get my Oktoberfest beer, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, that would work as well. But the spooky stuff I've been playing with on my Twitch TV channel, SD_Shonen, is The Last of Us Part 1, the remake that came out maybe 2 years ago now. But I finally sat down and played it finally this year. Been going through it. I'm probably like at the 3/4 mark at least, pretty deep into it.
Still find the tape, brother?
The tape?
There, you're still looking for tape?
Oh, my duct tape. Yes. Yes, I've been lucky. I've been living it pretty good recently. I've been cracking those codes, and I even speak about cracking codes on The Last of Us. And I got to put the clip out there. So if you're listening to this, probably by the time this episode's out, I'll probably post it on my YouTube or social media.
It's a thing.
Basically, I was able to crack a code without knowing what the combination was. So that was pretty hype, and I streamed that live, and you can see my reaction of losing my mind of like, I think it's like a 300 to 1 chance of getting the combination right, and somehow I pulled it off on the first shot. I have no idea. I was just one of those, my headphones were on, I was kind of like, I wonder if you can hear it, and I was like, let me play with it. And I was like, no way. Click. Lost my mind.
Was anything in there?
Yeah, no, there was good stuff. Repair parts, upgrade your weapons.
Tape.
I know, right? Oh my goodness, I would have cried.
So that's what a duct tape was this whole darn time.
Oh my, all that for. I mean, I would have been happy with the duct tape, but I was hoping for a little bit more. And luckily, there was a little bit more.
I'm sorry, man. Is that do for duct tape, man? I'm sorry.
Things I got to do for duct tape. You do a lot of things for duct tape.
Oh, and then Ellie's here too. But other than that.
Yeah. But yes, that was my mind-blowing moment of the stream in the last week or so. But yeah, I'm getting into it, and it's still holding up overall. It's those zombie tales you've heard before where as a humanity kind of falls off a cliff, and you just kind of keep killing people, and you keep killing people, and you kill a few more people, and you get kind of numb to it all, and this and that, and then here comes the zombies, but they're not zombies, but they're basically zombies. So yeah, but I do have it on hard mode, so I do like the challenge about it. But at the same time, it's getting a little bit maybe easy. But I guess I never thought the game to be super it's hard when it comes to crafting stuff. That part's the hard part. But and stealthily around the blind zombies, which by the way they can see me sometimes. I swear they just know I'm there and they just grab me instantly, and I don't know how they do that. Though I'm slowly trying to figure. I guess they have like a sonar thing, and if you do it right in front of them, apparently it works. But if you're behind them and they do the sonar thing, apparently sound doesn't bounce off the wall.
Well, they bounce everywhere but around them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, wait. If they can see me in front of them when they do the sound location, when I'm behind them and they do the sound location, shouldn't it still find me because the sound they do bounces off the walls and then finds me back? But okay, apparently it doesn't work that way. But whatever, I'm getting a little too nerdy about it. But I also edit a podcast, so I know how noise goes, and I got to work on the back room one day.
Well, you're too busy cracking saves.
Apparently, and my hearing's also pretty, which blows my mind because I have terrible hearing. But apparently, I can hear.
Think of it this way: you editing a podcast now enable you to now unlock saves.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a skill unlocked by editing podcasts, apparently. But yeah, that was that. Getting towards the end, trying to see if we could find a cure for the global pandemic that is happening in that world. And sad part is I kind of know how it's going to end. And I actually, people don't like Joel. I I don't mind his choice.
I see.
Maybe this makes me I'm a bad person. I'm starting to think maybe that's the case.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm assuming the way that it sounds.
Yes, people who played the game.
You're probably on the wrong side of a
yeah,
show.
Probably, maybe.
There's the people like it's like the goofy Telltale when they have the sats. Oh, you chose this, and
yes.
And then you chose. You're one of like.
Oh, you're a monster. Oh, cool. Well, now Miles's permission.
Only 2%
premonition's coming true now.
2% of people chose this. Why would you choose this?
Indeed. But yes, Last of Us still pretty good. I'm hoping to finish it up. I guess by the time the podcast I might be finishing up. So look forward to me playing Dead Space. Will be the new game, the remake that also came out probably 2-3 years ago now.
So you're going fully more into the horror stuff.
I'm going all in on the horror. I enjoyed the original Dead Space that came out on the 360, and I'm pretty excited about this remake that came out. And look forward to me streaming like a little girl on Twitch TV. If you're curious, there's even a link down below in this very podcast. You don't have to go and type in Twitch and this and that. You can just click on the link down below and bada bing, bada boom, like, follow over there me on Twitch
That's
TV.
not me sobbing. That's me just looking at, like, trying to understand what I'm looking at over here.
Yes, that's what. I'm going to be curious how this. See, my monitors, one of the monitors could leave up to the darkness and blackness because that makes everything spookier. Nice OLED would be like, maybe I should buy OLED monitors. That would fix my problem. That's only an extra like $1,200 right there.
So you're gonna get rid of your monitors right now.
Chuck them away. They're garbage.
Just
how deep are those black levels?
Just for this game. Okay, got it.
Not the dumbest thing I've said aloud. I'll say that.
Wait, there was. No, I don't want to know what other.
Listen to all episodes of Otaku Podcast.
You can. Which one do you think is the stupidest take of all time?
There you go. You go over to my YouTube channel. You can hear all my terrible anime takes. But anyway, and then the last thing I guess talk about shilling apparently all the things I do on the internet. Because we are soon it's going to be October, and then right around the corner that means it's going to be November. And in November we're going to host our second annual charity event that I guess I technically kind of host and do on my Twitch channel. Which we did. Me and Miles, Miles was hanging out with me. What did we do? 12 hours? What did we do, Miles? Remember how long we were on live on Twitch for like half a day, quarter of a day.
Yeah, like 8 hours.
Maybe 8 hours, something like that. I
sound like 8 hours was right last time. The way how everything worked out last year.
Yes, it was a bit of a scramble, but I really wanted to do it. And Miles was a good sport and hung out with me. But I'm hoping to gather a couple other co-hosts here on the podcast to join me as well for our second annual charity event. Or I guess it's mine. I guess it's on my channel, so I guess it's mine. It's all me. I'm taking all the money.
Sourdough Show presents.
Exactly.
The Taku original.
Yeah. Producer.
I always think always like with shows, or it's like always now it's like a CBS original. Well, yeah, you made it.
Nah, you got to put the name up though. You got to put up the name.
Because like I didn't know I did not know this was Netflix special.
At least sponsored by Taco. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll meet in the middle.
Brought to you by Raycon.
Yeah. Well, okay. Sadly, that's not even my Raycon. I gotta make my own. They beat me to it. Damn it. Should have done it.
Dang.
I was gonna have it at the LA Convention Center and everything.
See, and that's why you should put your patents in before everyone else puts it in.
Curses. But anyway, the charity event, our 24. We're aiming for 24-hour charity event.
I like the whole.
We'll see asterisk there at the moment.
Hopefully.
As we get closer, I'll know for sure if it's happening or not. But I'm aiming to be. I will be at least live 24 hours. For this charity event. This is going to be part of the Extra Life event that usually happens around November. But I think technically the official game, I think they call it the game day, is on November 2nd. But my schedule is going to be pretty tight on that Saturday. So I'm pushing it back 2 weeks to the 16th. But I will be streaming live for 24 hours along with maybe some rotating guest stars that maybe have shown up on this podcast. Fingers crossed. We'll see if I convince anyone else to join me, but that'll be the goal. And that's going to be, like, for those who don't know, Extra Life is a charity event for the Children's Hospital here in Los Angeles. It's money to support, as you can imagine, the Children's Hospital right here in our own backyard for kids who need the help and support. And that's what I like to do once in a while. I do once a year. I pretend I have a beating heart that keeps me alive just a little bit longer.
And then the heart turns back to cold. And
afterwards.
Right to stone once again.
I'm like, yeah. And I feel good all over again. But I got to get over that hill. I got to do the one nice thing, and the rest of the 364 days of the year I can be evil as my usual self. So that's the trade. Change.
Apparently you chose Joel, so I guess you are. So I guess.
Yes, indeed, I am a monster. But that's going to happen on that day. And for those who want to even participate, who can't, join me on mic, if you will, and live on stream, they can participate and help me stream this 24-hour event by going to my Extra Life page channel, which will be listed down below in this very podcast as well. And there, people who donate money can also get a game of their choosing for us to play for an hour. If they donate $50, the little asterisk there, every person could donate up to 2 hours worth or $100, and either people could choose one game for 2 hours or they could pick 2 different games for 1 hour a piece. It's up to you. Once again, description, all that down below will go down to the Extra Life page down below this podcast episode. The details, all of them will be there. There's a whole list that I will figure out the details between now and the release of the episode of how you could check out our giant game catalog. And of course, if there's something there you don't see, you could always request, and I could try to accommodate people out there. I also do have a giant Steam catalog that it will not be part of the list. So if there's a video game you're interested in, watch me to either, suffer or enjoy, hopefully more enjoy than suffer, but I'll do it all. It's good for a good cause.
Looks at the list. Who put the K-On! PS3 game on here?
And Miles, why is your name associated here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I will never do such a thing.
Yeah.
Who put the Idol Master games on here?
Yeah. All the Idol Master games. Who would have done such a thing?
1, 2, 3, even the new one, Starlight Season. Okay, got it. I don't know.
But yes, it'll be up to the viewers out there to decide if they want to watch us smile or not smile, let's say. But yes, charity event, November 16th. Like I said, description of the podcast, link down below for all the details and information. But yes, please consider donating if you can. I would appreciate it, and be gentle with your recommendations of video game selection. I hope you'll be nice to me. And with that, I am done chilling all the things that I am working on. There's even more stuff behind the scenes, but I won't get into that. That's another future episode of the podcast.
Okay, you good then?
I am good, brother. That is it for my week.
All right, now for a break from all that. Frank, how's your week going?
Oh, it's been kind of busy. So basically, all I've done on my free time is play Genshin.
Oh no! Not even Maple Star.
Look what you done, Miles. Look what you done.
No, I can't play Maple. I don't have a computer.
So
we're back on the iPad.
Yeah, we're back. I'm considering buying a new iPad.
Okay.
It might be time, Frank. It might be
or
time.
maybe you could build a PC.
Maybe we could buy a few more parts and finish
But
that,
if you build a
that
PC,
quest we started all those
you could
years
do
ago.
that plus more than an iPad.
Yeah, but I mean, the iPad's like already there. It's like you buy
It's
it.
already preset.
But it's not in your house.
I have to build a computer. That's harder.
It's not that much.
I don't know. It's harder than pressing the button.
Oh, Frank.
Anyways, yeah, that's all
it.
I've been doing. Genshin Impact. I'm trying to decide if I should do the new content or go where I left off, because if you do the new content, they give you extra rewards.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But I don't want to do it out of order.
Well, yeah, I know. That's the same feeling. That's the same feeling I felt.
Does it disrupt the gameplay?
It's kind of weird because they talk
Story?
about previous stuff, and it's like, wait, I haven't been there.
Oh, so like story stuff, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
surprising.
So I'm like, I don't know. I do
Yeah.
want those primo gems though.
And it's a problem with Genshin because they're like story wise, it's like because you're literally going continent to continent to continent to continent. It's like, hey, remember I think from like 3 continents ago, I wasn't there. I don't know what's going on here. So there's no
Can't miss a day.
yeah, no, there's
Can't call in sick.
yeah, you gotta keep rolling.
Grind.
Like Star Rail, things like that, you can kind of like get away with it because you can argue like that. Everything floats into their own little, I guess, planets. So nothing, you don't have that issue, I guess, per se, or nothing major canon like someone dies or something like that happens.
I miss Bill. What happened to Bill?
Yeah, I'm farming artifacts, and then I'm like, no, I should farm for this character. No, I should farm for this character, and I'm just like,
Too many waifus.
yeah, too many.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do want to take time off from my real job to,
They get in your way.
yeah, it's like, well, I gotta do my
Well,
dailies.
think of this. See,
My daily.
think of this, Frank. If you build a PC, you use that, and that could be your job playing Genshin.
You can stream all day. You can stream Genshin all day, Frank. Think of all the viewers and subscribers.
Think of the way as you're literally building yourself a new job per se,
Wow.
and you can cover it as a business expense. Whoops.
Then you can tax write off and everything.
I don't know about that. I feel like we're gonna charge me to watch this.
Chart.
They're gonna charge you to watch you?
Yeah.
Okay. Curious to see how that transaction works.
And it's like, okay, I'll get my subscription to watch this guy. Yeah, give me $50 and I'll watch your stream. Oh, okay. Yeah. What's the hostile like? What is the hostile viewer? What is this?
Yeah. Something like that. That's what I just don't feel like I would be good at streaming. But I'll join you later on.
Look forward to Frank's guest starring on November 16th.
That being said,
See you at the charity.
There you go.
So yeah, I don't want to bore you with the Genshin details, but that's all I've been doing. Although I am debating who to summon for. Or
that's the hardest thing.
Which person is our fancy this week, Frank?
Okay, so the next the current banner is my favorite, not my favorite character, but my most useful character, which is Raiden Shogun.
Oh, yes, the Shogun.
Tempted to get more of hers.
You got to get a bunch of little hers to get the real big one.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Okay, see, I have no idea, so I can ask these questions.
I mentioned last time we talked about this. So the object get the character's cool, right? It'll be cooler if you get the same character yet again, so you
get the super version.
You get new skills for that character.
You want to get him to Super Saiyan 3.
And all the Hoyoverse games, you want to all up to 6. So you literally can get the gear 6 times to like totally max out that character. They're like, like that's a lot of money you gotta. And there are people who do it, and those people, I bless their heart, no. I can't.
And see, that's when I got Lucina level 5 on Fire Emblem Heroes. I was done. Mission accomplished. There's nowhere to go beyond that, and never look back.
That's probably
turn it off. I was done.
That's probably the smart way to play these games. Go like, I got the character I wanted, and
5 stars. There's no higher than 5 stars. I'm out.
Yeah, then I'm out. But see, that's not. You can't make money that way, Ray. You got to keep pulling. Don't think about it. Just keep pulling. So I don't have Ryan Shogun anymore. I think about it. Huh?
You should get her.
Yeah,
I'm dropping the ball.
I literally don't have enough space to play it right now because it's a big game, and my hard drive is so small.
Really?
Well, in terms of because I know playing that ZZZ and Star Rail, I have.
How big are these, and how big are your hard drive?
Well, let's see. If the hard drive is roughly 500 gigs, so I think
you only have 500.
Yeah.
You don't have any external drives or extra drives?
Oh wait, maybe you're right. No. The external, the games are saved on the 1 terabyte, but everything else also still. Well, I have a lot of games. That's the best way to put it.
Apparently.
And so I have no space to play all 3 of them at the same time. I need to have time to play all 3 of them at the same time. So you got to pick and choose. Anything else?
I see. This is why I came here.
There we go.
This is why I'm here today. Oh, okay.
Magical Girl Evil Lieutenant?
Not for the review, but okay.
No.
The best anime of the season? No.
I came to ask about iPads.
Oh no.
The technical.
The tech.
Podcast.
Here comes the tech section of the podcast.
Yes.
Unlocked.
So I got this phone.
I got this phone.
The 15.
Is it it's the Pro
or is it
non-Pro?
The Pro.
You got the Pro, okay?
Okay. So the whole thing was that it's like more powerful to handle games, right?
True.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's only the Pro or all 15.
The Pro is better at it.
Pro has a better chip than the other ones.
It's more designed for games.
Now, my question is, because I haven't checked, or even if I check, I wouldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Are the newest iPads like this, or are they going to be like a generation behind?
Most new iPads. It depends what iPads talk about here. So, like the iPad Air recently got an M2 chip, which is roughly around a little less than that technically, right as this moment right now. But the new, the new iPhone 16 has the A18, which is roughly towards the M3. It's a lot. Technically, doesn't know.
Here's my question. Because the iPad I have right now, it lags a lot. It's kind of like one step above my old phone where it would just log in and crash.
Okay.
This one, I can play, but it lags like every 10 seconds. So is it going to be better than that? Can it handle games?
Yeah, it'll be better now.
It'll definitely be better.
Most new iPads, they have at least like a Mac chip, which is like an M1 or M2, the M series chips. So those are better than what probably your iPad is right now, per se.
Yeah, my iPad's pretty old.
So,
it'll run better. I was going to say, do you know how many years it's been, Frank? Because they're asking for the model number, but that'd be
iPad number 1.
At least
it's 5. Then it's time for usually when it comes to year 5 on especially Apple products, they tend to make you want to be like, it might be time for an upgrade.
Yeah, because the rule of thumb is that can it run the new iOS, whatever
they should
version.
have a tag on the store. It's like Genshin friendly.
Well, you'll know when you're not supported when it says you can't play anymore. It says
I guess the running tells you. I guess sadly,
because that's what it does with Android. It tells you like, oh, this app's not compatible with this anymore. they do that in the Google Play Store. Like,
I mean, it'll run, as you can see, because you're playing it, but it's not the greatest experience, right?
I just don't want it to lag. That's it.
Yeah. No, if you get a newer iPad, it'll
Or a
do the
PC.
trick. I mean, that's the much better choice, technically.
I need to get the iPad just like as a temporary while I build.
All right. I guess we'll have to agree, settle on that. We agree on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know,
All right,
Frank.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
All right. Thank you, back.
Well, let me just finish the wishing part because So right now it's the new guy Kanish.
Yeah,
I
right.
think,
I saw
and
that guy. He's like a gaming.
He's cool. Like I mean,
He's a gamer?
the thing is like all his animations and he has like
movesets are all
he has like sprites. I don't know how to explain.
yeah.
He has a
8
little
bits.
dragon. Yeah. And then I think he has the sound effects too.
Oh.
So that looks pretty cool, but I don't know. I don't know something about him that I don't. I
It's
think
the cool factor, not the gameplay factor.
his gameplay is not is weird. It's fun. It looks funny, but it's just like I think I just don't like slow weapons. He has a slow weapon. The next one is gonna be the new character who is supposed to be like one of the best characters that's gonna come out, and she looks cool. I kind of want to get her because she dances.
Wolf girl?
But I don't think I would use her.
Okay.
She's not a wolf girl.
Her kid's not as good, I'm assuming.
I mean, her kid is supposed to be great. It's just like not. It's not my like.
Aesthetic? Design?
Yeah, probably that. Because the other one that's gonna come out with her, it's Chiori, and she's like a samurai. And I heard she sucks, but I want her.
Okay.
So I'll probably try to get her.
Tall, red hairs, basketball sword.
At the end of the day,
Got it.
Frank, you want pull for the character that you're going to play.
Yes.
No,
I want to play.
Even
with
though
her.
everyone else on the internet, all
Follow
these
your
games-
heart.
Yeah, don't listen to oh this character. Who will pull for this character? If you like the character, pull for that character.
And
You too will lose 50-50 like I did.
and then after that, it's gonna be Nahida and some other one, but the one I'm interested in is Nahida because she's the Archon, and I kind of wanted to collect those.
It's just like a rare Pokemon or
Those are
something.
like
Yeah.
every region has like their god character.
Oh, okay.
And she's the god of the.
Is that the girl with the dolphin, right? Or no? That's different.
No. It's it's the Archon of the forest place.
Oh, okay. Nathan, right? Nathan.
Sumeru.
Oh, Sumeru.
When does Mewtwo show up?
Next patch.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's when I'll start
Yeah.
gening. That's when I'm gonna get in.
Really, I feel like at 5.7, that's when it gets really good.
I see.
So I do want to get her. I'm not a big fan of the chibi characters.
Chibi character?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like that's how to describe it. I'm more like kid characters.
There's
I guess.
like 3 models of characters. There's like
Mhm.
the tall, the medium size, and the little ones.
Oh, just like their heights?
Yeah.
Okay.
The problem is that this is gonna sound bad, but they all have like fat legs, and that looks weird for me.
Well, that is the art style, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Okay, tall, blonde, or no, redhead, samurai, skinny legs. Got it. Okay.
The Frank lore keeps growing every day.
I look forward to this perfect waifu.
But she
Name that one.
she looks
Basketball in
like
one
she-
hand, sword in the other.
Puts the sword through the basketball. Oh.
Whoa. Could be you, Frank.
One day. She I heard she's really good, but I kind of want to get her for the exploration stuff because you can like take pictures with her, and if you take pictures of an item, you could pick it up from far away. And
Oh, okay. That's kind of neat. That's a nice.
that's a good quality of life.
Some, I don't know. What's the horror game? Fatal Frame or something? I don't know, some magical camera you got going on there.
Yeah. So I'm like, will I be able to pull for Chiori and then have enough left over for Nahida? Or should I just save for Nahida because she's actually going to be the one that helps my account
you have
more?
to-
Is there like a time limit on all these?
Yeah, well, that's
Yes.
like 14 days.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you wait.
Gentlemen,
then
gentlemen,
you, and then, then,
what
you
are
have,
we doing?
then you have to wait. And you're lucky if you look at it because there are like leaks and things like that. You gotta look at okay. And 4.6, this character will come back again. Okay, everyone save your money because
That last time I failed, not today, not this time. I'm ready.
That's what
My revenge.
That's what I've been doing. I go to YouTube. It's like Genshin Impact banners, and it's like, all right, so this is what we think is gonna come in. I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah. So
What's the word on the street?
You gotta look into you gotta look into the internet, bro. Wait, see this character, and they know it too because they'll intentionally leak out like certain like in the next patch there's this character, right? Just not even know what or a kit or things like that. Just like
Here's the picture.
here's the image. You want to pull for yes or no? Yeah.
And then there's 2 characters that for sure are gonna come out recently. which look cool, but I'm like, oh no, should I save for them?
Yeah.
One of them I heard she's a bowman, and I'm not that big of a fan of bowmen because they're kind of hard to use.
Yeah,
Not a Hawkeye fan.
Well, bowls are good only if you have a controller, because then you could you're able to do
Aim better or something.
Aim better and like use her, because I have like Amber. That's what I use her as.
You use Amber?
Yeah.
What a loser. Who's Amber?
That's like him using Hector.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't understand that hatred towards Hector, but okay.
Oh no, I think this Hector slander
He's
over
just
here.
okay, but okay.
Yeah.
Like, why would you use him when
As
you
long
have
as we don't hate Lynn, it's okay with me.
Yeah.
You can hate on anyone, as long as it's not Lynn. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Use Lynn, Miles. Use Lynn.
There you go.
Yeah. Choose wisely.
Uh-huh.
I think I interrupted what you're gonna say about Amber.
Well, I was saying, but like, certain characters, like all the bow characters work better with a controller per se, because you're able to. Genshin itself feels a lot better to play as with a controller than like using a keyboard and mouse, because they're more buttons, like because.
Wait, you use the iPad with like the touch controls, Frank?
Oh yeah, I love it. I don't know how I'm gonna play without it.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, see, Frank is a little crazy because
we got a real gamer out here, folks.
It's like how can I say it? Because I used to play him on the phone or whatever, back in the day, right? But when I switched, we actually had a PC client and I played on a PC. Why would you do anything else?
Can't go back.
I only used only the mobile ports of save we're on travel. We're going somewhere else. And I'm not near my PC. Maybe
it's been less than 12 hours.
And that's
you start getting the shakes again. Oh no, I gotta play.
You gotta keep your dailies up.
Sometimes I'm at work and I'm like thinking too much about Genshin that I'm like, oh, I gotta use the restroom, and I go and I log on.
Has anyone seen Frank? He's been gone for like an hour.
And I just do like one commission. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Must have had a bad burrito or something.
But it's all right. Well, that took a lot. Yeah, that took a lot out of me. Ooh.
It took a lot.
Well, he's going to get again. It's only been an hour.
Oh man, I'm real bad food poisoning.
I can't hold it.
I'm backed up, guys.
I'll be gone for like 2 hours.
I think you need to see a doctor about that.
Got a lot to get through.
You might want to call a medic because I'm going to be there for a bit.
There you go.
That's my thing. I keep thinking about it, like, who should I pull for? Like, and then I'm just like, give me a sign, Lord. Like,
tell me, please. Point me the right direction.
It depends, because like the name again, she's like, because everything's elemental, so you kind of like unless you match certain like fire and water, and you put them together, and then it causes like a new combination thing. Then that's how you kind of go for, like, see what best makes the team kind of like flow better, I guess, per se. See, if you get this guy with this character, this guy with this character, and you put it together,
you get on 5% more hit points. Ooh, worth it. Grind it out.
keep grinding, and then like fully go like, yeah, I'm gonna grind it.
5% more.
Oh yeah, how much time we play Fire Emblem 3 Houses again? 435.
I mean, but that was a new game plus, so I was always advancing. All right, I was becoming a better and better professor each playthrough. I taught those kids a lot.
So much, like they were graduated 3 times over.
All right, they all got their master's degrees. All right, that's that was my job as the professor. I made sure.
Yeah, make sure you're close to getting a doctorate while we're at it.
And that was my week.
It's a struggle every week. It sounds like.
All right, don't worry. I'll get us out there. Well, I guess we get that out of the way first.
You mean back in the hole?
Back in the hole for like just a hot second. So the new ZZZ new update came out, 1.2. Haven't played it yet because they changed a lot of mechanics. It kind of was throwing me off because I guess people didn't like how the game runs in certain spots, and actually now it runs kind of more like Star Rail now, which is like a backup battery system. So like if I'm not playing right now, I'll get more energy later on. Like we're not playing the game. So I guess I could do more dailies now. That's just of that. But as far as the new content goes, I haven't gone there yet. I've been busy this week because apparently I've been playing a lot of What the Car this week.
What the Car?
Yeah, so What the Car is a sequel to What the Golf.
Oh.
Which was a game it was on mobile games first and then eventually got on PC and things like that.
I believe so.
And What the Car was Apple Arcade exclusive for a year. But it finally, the year is over with, so I could get on a PC. So I bought it because I get a discount if I get it, since I have What the Golf already on PC. I get it for a slight discount if I get that bundle, and also What the Bat. But What the Bat,
there's another one.
Yeah, but What the Bat's a VR game, but but you have to. It's only worth on Steam for Steam VR, and you got a whole setup. This
I'm pretty sure you use that with your Quest.
Yeah, but I forgot that's in the.
It's not later, you just plug and play
later on because I think Steam VR is weird now, isn't it, or something like that? Like
no, I don't. It's been a minute, but I don't remember it being too hard.
Well, let's see. I would have played that first because that technically came out first, but
Oh.
I gotta figure out the VR stuff later. So what the car is basically the same as what the golf. Pretty much, you're racing, but of course you're not racing. You're doing more silly, I guess, kind of goofy levels per se. Like where, like for example, you start off as a car, you drive a car, and like, you make the goal, you make the goal lane. That's it. Yay,
You won.
And then the game gets weird because now it's like now you have two big wheels. So now your wheels are so big, and you can't really. What the car is more of a physics game compared to like what the golf, which is more like I don't know what's going on here. What am I doing? My objective is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this game is mostly physics based. So like now my wheels are too big, so now I got to move around the terrain with big wheels. Or I'm on I'm on stilts using two Jurassic stilts and moving around the level.
Things that make sense.
No, the game is silly. Because we have bears with bicycle helmets. Kind of tell you like we love cars. You're in a bear cave most of the game, and that's how you get. That's like the hub world, I guess, for most of the game.
Of course.
And the funny part, because you launch out through a cannon, and so every time you launch through a cannon, usually you get the name of the level, and they kind of do like things like Sharknado, and then like you start to play the level. But they're always puns like they're like some lyric pun, something with car in it, like car putt, compatible, a lot of punny wordplay, I guess.
That's what it sounds like.
There are like daily challenges and like your new level packs for free. For like roughly a year or so. So no, the game constantly keeps updating.
Right. It sounds like you're more in for the experience than say the gameplay / challenge.
It depends because some challenges, because the obstacle goes at the end of the day, you're trying to get to the goal, no matter what wacky you're trying to get to the goal. That's your main objective. But in these, listen, what the car, the real to get the bonus credit. You gotta find the little card, which is like a little floating little bubble.
A collectible.
A collectible. You grab that, and then you go for the exit. You're mostly there for the silly factor,
right?
Like I say,
there's no like leveling up, like you don't get faster or stronger or something.
It's like the fun part is like you always to me the fun part is when you start the level, you go like, what am I dealing with?
Right. We want to see what the next joke is.
Yeah.
Like WarioWare?
I kind of like WarioWare, but WarioWare is like a shorter timer. No, this is more like you can take as much time as you want, but obviously you
I thought it was a race.
No, it's not racing. It's a lot. It's a lot like the object of the game is you're trying to get to the goal.
I see, but you can take your time.
No, you take your time, and they say it depends what you have to do to get to the goal, because the goal might be it's a weird spot sometimes. It's you trying to figure out what am I supposed to do in this level, and how am I supposed to complete this level. That's half this game, I guess. And the other half is you try to beat your time.
It's a funny puzzle game.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. It's a funny puzzle game. Yeah. So I've been playing that most of the night, and I didn't really get a chance to play any of the other games because I didn't know that game came out till literally Wednesday last week. No, the ZZZ and your things like that. The dailies I usually do on this podcast, right?
I have evidence to support this.
Other than I think right now in ZZ, there's a bunch of pyro characters this time around.
Who?
Pyro, like fire.
Oh, fire. Okay. Are they tall redheads with a samurai sword?
No, but they have bikes, and I guess they're in a bike gang or motorcycle club.
Fire.
I like how Frank woke up.
Frank's like, I'm sorry, what now?
Is there any redheads per chance? Fire style? There's a good chance.
The
odds are high.
Samurai character.
There you go.
Cool.
Well, I do know that I think they're saying in 1.3 or 1.4 there's supposed to be a samurai girl. I think she's supposed to happen, but that's
don't get Frank excited now.
Are you trying to get me to?
Well, I mean, technically, Frank,
Frank's gonna go home and buy that iPad tonight.
You're already in it, Frank, because you have Genshin. So
there you go. You're halfway there.
You can use the same
login and everything.
Same login to go to any other. That's how they get you. You go to any other.
Nice and easy.
I don't know.
You get 100 free pulls.
How good are those legs?
Send me a picture of the
legs. Let me see the legs. Just the legs.
Well, I got to play more of it first to say anything else. So I'm gonna just end my week. Okay, so with that out of the way, and Frank's busy trying to think of what's the next fire one is.
He's already Googling it right now.
Yeah,
let me see them legs.
I need to know.
Googling hot legs.
Hot legs.
I'm pretty sure if you Google it now, Frank, I don't think you're gonna get a good answer. We'll move on to, I guess, our end review for the episode. I guess the magical girl and the Evil Lieutenant used to be Archenemies. It's still a lot mouthful.
Anime titles.
Ah, yes. Now, why can't these be simple like the good old days? Yu Yu Hakusho.
I love all the other Yu Yu Hakusho's the first one you pick. You know, Yu Yu Hakusho, everyone, the English translation, Ghost Files, who never everyone uses, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Should have gone with the Dragon Ball Z one, my friend.
Sorry. I was trying to be more modern for our
It's
audience.
in English and everything. Even Hunter x Hunter would have made more sense.
Oh, it's my fault for not getting the right full. Okay.
Terrible host.
My bad. So basically the premise of the show. For one, this show is interesting because it's only 12 minutes.
It's half the runtime.
Which is very weird because you're used to having, where's the rest of it? But
Honey, I Shrunk the Anime.
But it's also anime by Bones. Bones who's turned 25 years this year. Yeah, they keep reminding us that, it's been 25 years.
Too bad the show was supposed to celebrate 25 years was terrible.
Wait, what?
What was it called? Scarlet something? Remember I previewed it here on the podcast? It was not good.
Was it Metallic Rouge?
That's what it was. Scarlet. I made it up.
Yeah, Scarlet. Like, wait, I don't remember Scarlet.
It sounds like there could be a Scarlet somewhere in there. Rogue, Rouge, you decide.
Let me know if there's Scarlet in the show.
I'm rewriting history. Maybe this one would have been better. It's gotta be. Can't be worse.
Put down a Reality Stone. And let's talk about this anime. So favorite show's very, very basic premise. There's an evil lieutenant who I guess committed bad things, so we don't really see what he does. Other than like
he's evil. It's in the name.
He terrors people, and I guess he literally sees the magical girl show up one time, and then he falls in love. That's the gist of the whole thing, pretty much.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I guess to set it up a little bit more, I guess. Suppose there's this evil organization out there, very, Saturday morning cartoon, Team Rocket-esque evil organization, if you will, out there trying to take over the world. And this guy works for said evil organization, and that makes him the evil lieutenant, and everyone looks to him because he's like the smart, cool, calm, collected one of the bunch of... Yes, and that's how you know he's the smart, cool, calm, collected. He's got glasses. And he's supposed to take over Japan / the world. And so he sets his goals to do that in episode 1. I'm going to take over this country, and and the first person to oppose him is a cute magical girl, and his plans of world domination ended right there and then, basically.
Right. That's like 5 seconds in.
Yeah.
Done.
So yeah, they were used to be is a very interesting phrase concerning it lasted about 10 seconds, maybe even that.
Yeah. So it's a very unique premise. And I guess there's more. We got along. I guess it gets more wacky than I guess I thought.
Well, the premise set up like that, you imagine this is going to be it's going to be more silly than serious.
Yeah. And so basically most of the time in this whole series, basically it's him trying to, this girl's had no effect on me whatsoever. And he sees there's like romantic gestures every 5 seconds, or he's like buying gifts for her, it's like yeah, I'll buy this thing. Yeah, sure. But I'm gonna feed her one day. Sure, bro. Sure. Overall, it's okay. It's not like.
Well, okay, easy either. Remember. We got other people on the podcast. We want to start with early and primitive. We don't want to give too much away early on. Remember, Miles, the podcast? We do anime reviews, and we can have like a formula and a system how we do it.
Oh, yeah. All right. Sorry.
And then you called me the monster.
Well, I mean, you're the evil lieutenant. Anyway, you just need to find a magical girl.
I'm the calm, cool, smart, collective one.
That breaks.
And I'm going to find me a wife of my own, so I'm okay with this.
And breaking glass every 5 seconds. I always think that's always funny.
I do need to get new glasses, actually.
So anyhow, okay, let's go back.
You guys ready to give a score here? Call it a day.
All right, we're done.
All right,
that's the show.
All right, sorry. I guess I'm going as fast as the animes, right? Because it's twice.
12 minutes. All because the show's half long doesn't mean the review of the segment podcast has to be as half as long, Miles.
All right,
take it easy.
My bad. All right.
Got excited. Wants to go back to the Genshin and the ZZZ.
Let's
I understand you.
Me too.
Okay, now I'm worried. Now I am.
Look what you done. Look what you created.
They started a problem. Okay. So our early impressions. So let's start with Frank. So what are your first impressions of the show?
Let's see. I did not know the name used to be Archenemies because the name was too long. I got cut off.
I don't blame you.
It gives me like a lot of vibes from different animes, like Magical Girl Madoka,
a little bit.
Gintama.
I could see that.
And Tis Time for Torture.
That would also work. I did think of that show as well.
Yeah, I was like, they all had a baby, and this is it. I think I would have called it like Magical Girl and the pimp cat gets saved by the evil lieutenant.
Yeah, that cat was a jerk.
First impressions, I was first thinking it was gonna be more about magic. No. And then I was like, okay, so it's more like this time for torture. But then it kind of like changed halfway through.
Little feels, maybe.
Yeah, it had a little more background suddenly. I'm like, whoa, backstory, what's going on? And then they changed again when they introduced new characters. I'm like, oh, so it's not gonna be just the same thing over and over again. And then I felt like certain parts kept changing. I'm like, wait, are we this or are we that? Are we? And then, but yeah, for what it is, it was nice. I didn't hate it.
Okay. That's a good start. That's a good start.
That's a review put on the box.
We've had
I didn't hate it. I didn't
slower
hate it.
starts here on the podcast.
I didn't hate it, Frank.
Put on the back.
I guess. Wait. So, what is your first impressions?
So for this show, I guess my expectations were a little bit, I guess, kind of low, just because it was one of those. I know it was Bones, and I like a lot of Bones productions. They've done a lot of things I've enjoyed in the past. But yeah, I heard it was a 12-minute episode anime series, and I haven't seen a lot of mini shows or shorter shows, however you want to phrase it. But the few I've tried to get into, because of that short runtime, I never found myself to really get into it. I mean, it works if you want a quick joke or two and you call it a day, right?
Yeah.
So early on, I thought it was going to be a bit of an uphill fight and struggle for me because I'm like, oh, it's a short anime, not real anime. I'm thinking in the back of my head, right? But I started watching it, and kind of like Frank mentioned, is early on, it seems like, a winning formula, little, funny enough, keeps you entertained because it's expectations. You think, this guy is evil and she fights for the good, but it turns out he's not that evil. It turns out she's a terrible fighter herself. And, in the weird way, their kind of flaws kind of make them a cute couple, potentially, perhaps, right? And the humor is the early driving point, and I did find myself laughing or grinning enough with it early on. But then the halfway point, we got a little bit serious, so I got a little bit more interested because, me, I like a little bit actual serious drama, things happening, characters and all that stuff. So I was surprised we actually got there, so I was good that we got there towards the middle half of the run. But yeah, that early on that I had low expectations, but I was overall kind of surprisingly happy with what I was shown in front of me, and you didn't feel, if you didn't know who like the production studio was, you did not feel like you got a budget anime. Like this thing was, well animated, the music worked, the production with high levels for a show that was done by Bones. The same season they're doing also the My Hero, which is the big ticket show, obviously for them, right? This season,
right?
I'm surprised how well the animation, the music, and everything was in this production. So it was a bit of a nice surprise, let's say, for me early on. So yeah, I was enjoying the first handful episodes or so of this title.
I guess for me, because I'm used to watching a lot of shorter ones, because there are a lot of I watch a lot of little shorts for like all the
cute girls doing cute things, brother.
Yeah. So I'm used to like having like three, like, here's a joke for like 3 minutes. Oh yeah, I'll see this. I'll see you next week. So I'm used to watching more short anime.
We'll do it again.
But I think what makes the show work is that since it's like 12, like basically half, but no, there's still good content in here. I think that's what helps it kind of like you take it a little more seriously compared like to have like a short little joke. We're joking half the time, right, or something like that. Like going, there actually feels stuff in here, but you have like, it's only 12 minutes. What can, and minus, of course, the opening endings. You're looking
right. Even those are a little bit shorter, but they still are here.
But there's still plot moving. There's character development, character background. There's a lot of, for being a 12-minute show, there's a lot of stuff they did. So I think overall, I think it was kind of neat from that aspect, and also the fact it reminded me a lot kind of like when they did kind of like Orange Host Club in a way, because that was like a more softer palette.
Oh yes.
Yeah, compared like because most Bones kind of use the same.
Yes, this is art design alone. I would have thought of Bones. Very soft, very gentle. Even because Bones didn't have very thick outlines, but a lot of them outlines were very thin or even transparent sometimes.
Yeah, so it reminded me a lot because there Orange Host kind of that vibe a little bit.
A little bit more.
But I think it was still more vibrant color compared. This is more soft,
very soft,
pastel kind of more color tones.
Yeah, more shoujo-y ish, let's say.
But they didn't skip on the animation in certain spots. That's where where the money went to certain.
There is transformation sequences.
That's you have to have a transformation.
It's a magical girl.
Overall, you pretty much you're there to see like how this guy's like, I'm not in love with this girl. No, me man, no, I'm fine. I'm the evil lord. I do this right. As he gets black card,
and just instantly gets crushed in seconds by something a little cute or silly she does.
I said the best part of me is the one like he's like literally watching TV, clicks on the phone. Yeah, can I order one of those things? Yeah, one please. Yes, send it to her. Yeah, got it. Just like not you finding it, just the emotional like impact just takes over, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the fact that it's 12 minutes kind of helps sell the jokes and things a little bit more, because I don't know if it was like say a normal full 24, would that people get bored or would it be easier kind of like sell it to like you get 6 episodes, we get 2 episodes in every 24 hours, right?
Right, I guess
24 minutes, sorry.
Depending how you want to, if you wanted to break it down, or do we expand upon it to make it a full length run?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it works considering, like you said, obviously My Hero is the big show we're working on right now. So, is that kind of like a side dish? Overall, that was pretty good. I guess with that I guess let's, like we always do, let's ask Frank. Frank, would you recommend this show?
Oh, we already had recommendations.
We're doing recommendations, and then we'll get into spoilers.
Don't worry, I have the manual here. I know how this goes.
There you go. He had to take it out of the trash can from earlier.
That's my back pocket. My bad.
I mean, I guess it would have to be like a really specific person that I recommend. So I would say no. Like, if I have to think about that one person that I cannot think of a single person that I would recommend this to.
Oh, okay.
Did you like it?
I don't hate it.
So is it a meh kind of?
I enjoy parts of it, but to say like oh, I would have watched this on my own. No, I kept watching it because it was just like on trucking
for the podcast.
Okay. For me, I guess if you know how magical shows are, I think that's where you appreciate them more, because we're doing the whole magical girl bit, because sometimes we don't they kind of cut corners here and there, but it's a full on animation sequence. It's a lot of care happens into like certain production things of the show, and also I do like their banter each other, because even he's kind of like questioning himself, she's kind of questioning her situation, and everyone's kind of they have a lot of problems, and they it's not like it's not like a rosy picture, and they fall like it's not very shoujo-esque, I guess, in a way. Certain parts more of like more realistic in terms of like I have this problem to deal with, and I have to deal with these subordinates, and try to take over the world. It is what it is. But I think because it kind of tries to be more like, this is for two characters to find their own space, like not being enemies. Things like trying to just to hang out and try to, I guess, be normal. No, just be a guy and a girl talking. And I think I do like that aspect of it, so I would recommend it, because it is nice to see more character actions, like kind of like the Naruto show we're reviewing for later this season. I think one of the selling points is the two characters interact with each other, then whatever else is going on, I guess.
I did like that all of her jokes were like about money. It's like, well, inflation is high or something like that.
It's tough.
Like,
it's tough in Japan.
Life. I mean, the rent, like, so I thought that was kind of like, that was like her thing, and I appreciated that part, because it was like, oh yeah, I get it.
Me too.
It was just like, I don't know. I don't even know how he got away with it for so long, because it seemed like in episode 2, all of his coworkers were like, hey, kill this woman or we're gonna get suspicious, and then they kind of just like dropped that, or I don't know what he told them, that like, okay, now it's cool for him to keep hanging out with her.
Well, he beats them all up, so that implies they back the fuck up. And 2, I think you're overthinking the show a little bit.
I need to know why
There's only 12 minutes, Frank. There's only 12 minutes.
Have you seen the other lieutenants in this evil organization? They're not exactly the sharpest tools in the shed here.
Like I said, regards to that
Poor Frank was hoping for world domination. I don't think it's gonna happen, Frank. I don't think it's gonna happen.
This show, like you said earlier, Frank, it's a lot like It's Time for Torture Princess, in which all these guys, all the evil organizations are fools. You're not gonna. You had the guy being Mr. Cheerful, like, come on guys, let's go and party. To the girl who's making fantasies in her head about her and him, and like,
for some reason,
and that's taboo. But she's like, yeah, but I don't like that.
She's a little kinky, that's for sure.
And then you got the the two guy and the girl who's just like they're like each other, but don't but still talk.
They may or may not.
It's weird. And then they're all fools. Frank.
You might be right. I probably did think
you
pulled a Ray, Frank. You pulled a Ray.
Yeah, you're trying to look for a cookie. And there is no cookie.
I was thinking too much about the cat and the bird. Apparently.
Yes, I think that's what he's supposed to be.
Yeah, well, in regards to that aspect, well, I can't.
Well, before we get into old spoilers, maybe we should wrap up this. Poor Miles, he had the book and chucked it right out the window after again.
Well, because I was going to get there, Ray. Hold on, hold your horses. I think we cover everybody. We did this.
How about me?
All right. I'm reading the manual here. Give me a minute.
I think you burned on the manual. Now you're trying to pick up pieces and put it together.
He remembered your words and he's like, I'm just gonna skip them. I'm not gonna give him a chance.
All right. Sorry, dear brother. Please, your turn.
All right. My recommendation. What I recommend the show. It's not an easy you haven't never watched anime. No, this is not going to change your opinion. If anything, you can be more confused what the hell anime is. So in that regards, no. For people who are a little bit familiar when it comes to Super Sentai, magical girls, yes, this is an easy recommendation to give out because it plays on the lore and the knowledge of said TV shows and anime out there that deal with magical girls and Power Ranger-esque characters and evil organizations, but aren't really that evil. And like the maskless, faceless minions. You get that in the show as well. Yeah. Exactly. They literally don't even like real lines. They just make grunts and somehow they put subtitles for you to understand what the heck they're talking about. I think it does a good enough job to play on those tropes and those cliches as you see in those kind of TV shows and shuffle them up enough, make a good joke out about it. And of course, I can think the romance they tease on early on, it's funny, cute, and a little bit heartwarming if you stick with it a little bit longer, which is pretty easy because it's only 12 episodes long and half the time run. So really, it's like a 6-episode series. It's like fully coolly, if you will.
Yeah.
So if you think about it like that, I think it's a pretty easy recommendation for people who are used to Sailor Moon or Power Rangers and blah 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 blah. So if you're fans of these other anime Japan titles, then I think this is an easy go-to recommendation for a comedy romance. So yeah, that's what I would seize that without getting into too many details in our spoiler talk.
Well, now according to the manual here, now we can begin the spoiler talk. So that way I'm not going to screw up for the third time this episode so far.
The tape is coming apart there, Miles. You want to put the tape and the glue back together so you can read the page.
Okay. I'll give this to Ray. Ray will start us off with spoilers.
Well, and as I talked about, it's a comedy romance. So it's not too much really to spoiler, right? There's not too many plots. Will they or won't they, right? And I guess the spoiler part is the show does end in a bit of a cliffhanger of maybe, but definitely not yes and definitely not no. So if you're a person like that, that can be disappointing. And I tend to be that person, but because I took this more as a comedy show first, I didn't really bother me as much without answering that question. So I guess to me, the easy thing to go to, spoilers, is more the heartwarming episodes you get more in the middle of the run of the show, where it's an ongoing joke that the magical girl, she's like she lives by herself. She doesn't have any family. She's an orphan. She does a bunch of oddball jobs just to keep a roof over her head. That's why she became a magical girl, just to help pay the bills. And she's a terrible magical girl. She doesn't know what she's doing half the time. She kind of doesn't even want to do it on top of it. But she's very submissive, yes. And doesn't want to let anyone down. She always wants to make everyone happy, and so she's always willing to take on the heavy load and just kind of grit her teeth and be quiet about it, and just kind of suck it up and get the job done. And I thought that was interesting because that is a character flaw like a lot of people could have, where they don't want any conflict. They just want to avoid all that kind of stuff and just want to go with the flow and this and that, especially once again in Japanese society. But often you would see the evil lieutenant be like, he would tell her you need to be more honest. You should be honest, more honest with your feelings. You should tell people how you feel and this and that. Because there's a scene halfway through where I forget the setup was, but if I remember, she gets captured, but then he has to convince all the other people to break her out of her captivity, and he brings it back home. And she's kind of very apologetic, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. No, for reals, I'm gonna go. okay. And it's like, and then he like has to be from like, no, for reals, do you want me to go home? And she's like, no. And that's what I like, oh, the feels of that moment, because it's that kind of change or character growth of like, she needs to be a little bit more demanding what she wants in life, because if you don't, then life will just pass you by and you'll just kind of do all these oddball jobs and you're just going to be kind of sad and lonely by yourself because you didn't take that initiative, that assertiveness that we all kind of need to take if you want to get what you want to get accomplished. So I did like that scene in particular, because it had that character growth where he's like kind of trying to, push her a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And you see that growth and change in their relationship develop. Right, exactly. So that to me, that scene stands out as when it comes to the emotional feels. And like I said, I don't need a lot, especially in a comedy romance. So, but I need one or two scenes like that. And to me, that was the big scene that got me right there. So I did like that. For a character growth, because like I said, that's her major character flaw and trying to overcome that. And towards the end of the show, she does get a little bit more better about it and speaks her mind a little bit more and tells her like, oh, I want to hang out with you every day, or why don't you stay a little bit longer, let's do something together. She's not so shy and reserved and being like, okay. I guess the other thing I liked a lot that's more spoiler talk because of a character is the other magical girl that they tease in the opening, but you don't see till later on. What's the Hanabi? Hibana, that's what it is. Because that bird guy says it all the time. But I thought it was kind of cute and charming that she's also like a big, I don't know, tsundere maybe, kind of. Wow. With the fact like she's not very good like expressing herself either. But instead of like not saying anything, she just always like is like physically abusive and like punches people and bites people and just tells everyone to fuck off. Like literally drops like half her lines are just fuck.
Good luck, Dubs, to try and dub this.
Yeah, so yeah, that. Indeed. So I thought that was like cute and silly but funny, because she's like, oh, my best friend, she's here, and then she's always chiding her, and then she's just always biting her or like pushing her or punching her, something more violent, because she doesn't know how to express her feelings very well, right? But she's also a young girl, so of course being a young person, and you don't, because she's also an orphan, all these people are going through something, right? Once again, I like this character growth and development. You're trying to, and it's always funny because when she actually speaks her mind freely, like straightforward, and she doesn't like do the whole like silly violent attack. Everyone's like, "What? She talks? She talks?"
Yeah, it's funny too. And it's like every time
they're all surprised by it when she actually says something profound or like makes sense, logical reasoning. So I did like that part a little bit, because it shows you like a little bit more growth, and it's more than just a punchline and a joke and a setup, right? Yeah. There's a little bit more to these characters. So, like I said, they're very minute, but those little things is what makes me go from it's okay to it's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you're into these things, I think you should like this, and that's why I give it the higher recommendation.
That's why I kind of like the fact Bones did, because I think Bones likes kind of doing more story, like world building and more storytelling in the sense of like developing their characters more, so they're not just like gag characters like that. They always try to portray like this is really down what the character was trying to do and trying to overcome that. And try to see their flaws and say, oh, maybe I should work on this, things like that. Because even more so, like you said earlier with the evil lieutenant, he was like, why are you letting him do this to you? Why are you doing this? I care about you somewhat, but it's like you can't let everyone.
You got to stand up for yourself. I can't be here all the time. That's exactly.
Because he's like kind of like, well, he's a mixed bag.
Well, he's trying his best. He's one of those like, I want to be involved, I don't want to be involved, I want to be involved, I don't want to be involved. But he gets a little bit closer to just admitting his feelings, which once again, I kind of appreciate. I do wish there was a little bit more of a concrete answer at the end, but I guess we're leaving it all open for maybe season 2, though I would be surprised if it was season 2.
Well, when My Hero season 8 comes out.
Yeah, well, I guess when the new season of My Hero, maybe they'll do this on the side just to even it out, I guess, when it comes to the action and romance feels, maybe. I don't know.
It's probably better watching the action My Hero anyway.
It's...
No comment.
I don't know. Not taking. I see what you're doing, Miles. I see what you're doing. I'm not taking the bait. I want to be a good podcast host / producer and editor and stay on topic here.
Okay. No, don't let the rage consume you. Keep it in.
All right.
Keep it in.
Exactly. But yes, I think those are the major spoiler talks and little things that, like I said, I found interesting. The humor often found it worked. I guess the one thing spoiler talk / negative things I can say about the show is I kind of do wish we got a little bit more of the other evil lieutenants or captains or whatever the heck they're supposed to be. Because it's just like, you saw a little bit more of their personality towards the end, but it's like a little too, it's a short show, so it's a little too late to really get into these characters, but they tried to a little bit, but it was at the point it's like, oh, it's a little late now, dog.
Well, I said, because like I mentioned before, there's another show that we're currently watching for review that gets rid of the problem of not having any of those characters whatsoever, and then then you remove that problem.
Well, there you go.
Now, say if we have 24, sure. If it's 24, yeah, we could go into
right. We can get onto the evil one because you don't even see or hear the evil lord or king or whatever his name is. They talk about him, but you never see him in the show. So
I think
it keeps a little mystery, I guess.
I think like episode 3 or something. Like actually see him try to do something evil per se, and then like that was it done in less than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, all the slimes.
The slimes, which I guess the other minor thing to talk about is the little. It wasn't really bad, but it felt unnecessary and a little out of more left field for the vibes the show was going for. Was the extra ecchi harem sexual situations involving the slime in particular, and then
but I guess I kind of let.
Well, they have to check them. Haha, slimes are funny like Dragon Quest. Haha, and of course, girls and slimes. Somehow, it's going to be some inappropriate situation and revealing situation. Like it wasn't like I said, it didn't take me out of it, but it just seemed like really, come on, anime, there's no time for this.
I do like the fact that he reacted and kind of took care of it.
Yeah, it doesn't last. It's very short. It's very minute.
And he said you said, why are you laying these
right, and it does lead to the character development. Like you didn't destroy them, you can destroy them. Right, they're not hard to beat, and so it does. Like there's some justification for it, but at the end of the day, it was one of those I still kind of rolled my eyes I know we have to check some boxes, but do we have to check all the boxes, Bones?
All I know, the funny part is every time I hear his glasses break, I don't know why I was thinking Persona the whole time. So Persona.
There you go. Just gotta crush the card. He goes with a lot of prescriptions. He's got a lot of glasses.
All I know, the funny part is you literally see some episodes you see him literally when his glasses break,
he gets a new pair, replaces them,
and breaks
and
they
those break afterwards.
And then breaks it again.
She sees something cute or innocent. And he's like, "Oh my goodness, I just want to take her home and marry her." Blah 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 blah.
But it is weird because there are some moments in that show they do edgy.
Well, as I was saying,
but like
I said, overall as a hardcore, I guess, a longtime anime consumer. I get kind of numb to it, but I still kind of roll my eyes. So I will say that there's a little eye rolling in this show, but overall, it's not a lot. It happens very quickly. It's in, it's out, and there's some justification for it to even begin with. So at least they're trying their best to justify it. And then the magical girl sequences. Those are cool. It makes me go oh, I want Sailor Moon now again.
Oh yeah.
Where's my Mars?
I say when I saw him, look at this money. Look at the bones, we don't have to go hard here, but we're gonna go.
They went hard on those transformations. You only see them 2 or 3 times too.
And it's we're gonna use this budget, and the budget, half the budget's for these scenes alone. Because even Hibana gets her own too, right?
Yeah, she even gets her own sequence later on.
And it's but it's only for one episode. I know. That's a lot of money for one. Yeah, I know.
It was great. So yeah, like I said, the other thing is I mentioned earlier is. It's a smaller show, but she doesn't feel like that in the and that's why I was kind of trying. I was oh, they're only putting in my brain half the show, half the effort and budget, right?
Yeah.
But you don't get that in the show, so I found it very refreshing and surprising that this was a well thought out show and has beginning, middle, and end. Like I said, maybe a little bit more towards the ending, but overall I enjoyed it, and like I said, I would recommend it. So I will pass the baton on to the rest of the floor.
All right. Frank, so any talks about spoilers, things like that?
Ooh, I don't know. Ray kind of said it all.
That's it. That's pack everyone. That's it. We're done there.
And that's why I have a YouTube channel.
But I guess it did get more interesting when that second girl came out. Not only was she funny, the different stuff was happening. They had arguments between the cat and the bird.
Oh yes, the angels.
Yeah, and it was so they were competing. I don't know why they're competing for, and it's
animated nonsense.
Added a whole bunch of things. I was oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, it had some stuff that made me laugh, like the cup that said "Peak Pimp." What else made me laugh? I don't know. Every time he would ask her something, she would be like, "Oh yeah, I was working," and then he'd be like, "Oh, I gotta rescue her. I gotta
get her out of this dump.
Take my black
his was platinum credit card or whatever it was,
black card,
the black club member. Just put everything. He buys all the Christmas cake for her. If I can sell this Christmas cake, we can close up. I'll buy it all. Just no hesitation.
Yeah, and I found that kind of funny, where sometimes you're not like you shouldn't do this,
Mm-hmm.
but you're like, I'm too weak. This is
Actually, I remember that one scene in which he was on his computer. He has pictures of her and things like that on the screen, computer screen.
Oh, like all the information about her,
and then like all the different pictures of her, like different like
everything.
and then someone walks in, he's like just shuts.
Oh yeah, early on, he shuts the laptop.
He's just and like, a straight face shuts it down.
Definitely not doing anything wrong here.
You're not saying anything cute. Reminds me like the micro folder from like Haruhi, just like
hidden folder.
It's like you didn't see shit. And nothing happened here. We don't speak.
Research.
I also like the part where he has like the little flower in his jacket.
Nice.
Because
she fixes it,
and then the minions see it.
Oh yeah,
and like, so you're not gonna say nothing. I don't know what he said, but he's like he didn't say nothing, but like in his mind, and they somehow heard him.
Right? Yeah. There's always like he's like his facial expression said like, oh, don't ask anything. Better not ask anything. Whatever it is, I don't know. Drop it. He's not happy.
I mean, I kind of get that whole thing where it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm gonna do it because I'm weak in the heart. I'm weak in the heart. This show is kind of like playing Genshin.
Oh,
interesting.
All right, go ahead, Frank.
Here's my card.
Frank's the table.
So Frank wants all the Christmas cakes.
All of it.
Hear that metal sound.
All the Pirate Gems. Every single one.
I'll take them all.
But you might not win the 50-50. Doesn't matter. I'll try it anyway.
What do you need, right, in Shogun? Another dress? Here you go.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you pretty much said it all. It had some cute moments, funny moments. I enjoyed it, but I just can't recommend it.
I can see it. It's not for everyone. That's for sure.
Yeah, you have to be familiar with certain concepts and like, I'm okay with this.
Like I said, if someone who's brand new to anime, they'll be so confused. It relies on your understanding of, like I said, these genres and the things they do and how it's supposed to go, because it's, like I said, it's a play on the magical girls, and you need to watch Sailor Moon or something of the sort and all the other magical girls back in the day, because without it you have no context and you just kind of like, what's a magical girl? Because like they don't really explain really, like they do, but like it's such a like an afterthought of like, oh yeah, we're angels and we pick magical girls and you are supposed to save the world from, I guess, this evil organization / anything else that harms the planet.
Yeah.
It's very wishy-washy and half-baked because it's not really about that. It's about the romance and the silliness of the situation, and the fact that she's really living in the slums and this angel abuses her both like physically and emotionally, and she just kind of takes it because she doesn't want to offend anyone and she just wants to go quietly do her job effectively.
So I guess we're good with the spoilers, everyone, gentlemen.
Spoilers. What about you, Miles? Anything we haven't discussed yet you want to get off your chest about this production?
Get it out now or forever.
Forever. That's it. After that, you can't bring it up. That's the rules.
That's it. Because we never talk about old stuff again.
We definitely don't.
We never bring old stuff.
Do not look at the description of every episode saying Genshin Impact, ZZZ.
Yeah. Honkai. You mean the hashtags are down there? Thank you, Holoverse.
Yes, indeed.
Overall, I think you said probably the most adequately, like, the fact that there's character growth and there's other, there are other things other than just like, look how funny it's an evil lieutenant, but he falls in love with the magical girl, and that's
right. That's the thing.
That huzzah, that's the anime, right? Because I thought it was like Frank mentioned, like Torture Princess, or it's just time for Torture Princess, which it's just a gag, and we're just gonna do the gag over and over and over again. But actually, there's character growth. We learn about other characters. What about like you said? What about the angels? Who are these guys? And they have human forms? Can they switch into on and off? I don't know. Who's with all these evil? Who is the evil organization? Why are you referring to the organization for?
Why is it Giovanni?
Yeah, why is Giovanni? Yeah. And and it gets me hers is like, well, he told the boss that he's working on the mission, and I guess that's why he keeps seeing the magical girl, even though like we all know it's like he's there to see the girl anyway, right?
What would be funny if when we see the king, it's the same guy from
this time for Torture. I would believe it.
That demon kid, shout out to that demon kid. That guy was the best. The best.
We can't attack on Sunday. That's Family Day.
And the best father year award goes to
the little girl, daughter. Aw.
I mean, we said enough about the show already, right? No, there's creative writing. There's clearly a budget in the show, despite being 12 minutes. the reason probably it's fun because they work on My Hero, and I will argue because of that, the show is still this good, despite they're working on a more let's say demanding project.
Right, a lot more eyeballs on over there.
You would think like, there's a lot less quality but no, it's still Bones. You get still Bones quality in the show still. Man, like you said, the opening and endings are pretty good.
Kura.
Yeah,
it was stuck in my head for a while, especially when the lip sync. Damn it, the lip sync always gets me.
Yeah, see that's something, and I know that see how much they care some of the show that like
some lip syncing. Damn it,
and you're like, oh, this is kind of good. Oh, all right. That being said, overall it was a pretty okay show overall, right, gentlemen?
I was pleasantly surprised, and I'm a grumpy sourdough shonen, so anytime I'm pleasantly surprised, it's always a good day.
Kids, if the sourdough shonen is happy, that means your anime did pretty well. That's all I say there. He's not griping at least the first 5 minutes. That means
he did something right.
The show passed.
Now, here the scary part is, after watching the show, fuck, do I start paying attention to shorter anime now? Because damn, I kind of don't want.
I can recommend you some, brother.
Oh god. Okay, ones that don't involve cute girls doing cute things in the same joke for like 8 minutes.
But see, it's different though because you see because it's these groups together. They play with a cat. No, hello, anyone? Hello.
Your line has been disconnected.
Hello, anyone? I guess that concludes our.
Say it one more time, Miles.
Like the third time we're gonna get it this time. The Magical and the Evil Lieutenant used to be arch enemies for like 3 seconds.
Not too long.
Not too long at all. So I guess with that, I guess that concludes our podcast for this week. Tune in next time. Next time we're tackling the Zelda. What was the what is the goofy thing?
Echoes Wisdom or Wisdom of Echoes.
I don't know why I keep forgetting. I like Princess Zelda. Princess Zelda's in there.
I was in trouble the other day when I had to think about shit. I have no idea. It's the new Zelda with Zelda.
The Zelda with Zelda game. What?
For once, the Zelda with Zelda.
Yeah. So next time when we gather together, we will our first impressions and maybe slight spoilers into the Zelda.
Well, we'll have a week into
Echoes
it.
of Wisdom.
Ideally.
That, bro.
That's episode one. First impression.
I bet you'll finish it by then next week.
Yeah, you probably would, you psychopath.
The Zelda game?
But that actually is coming out next week for once, because I know we say that sometimes on the podcast, but actually we're going to have like a bonus episode since we're usually a bi-weekly podcast. But that will be coming out that week. And then the week afterwards, we'll actually be having our summer review. Followed by our fall preview relatively soon. We are still working out the date on that, but that'll be coming up right behind. So look forward to both summer and a fall anime talk.
Yeah. So just a quick preview of, I guess, the reviews.
Oh yes.
We're watching the Eccentric Samurai, which Frank chose.
The which one?
The Eccentric Samurai.
No.
Or the Elusive Samurai.
There we go.
Eccentric one. Sorry.
See that?
Frank
see, the title was elusive towards you, Mike. See?
Okay. The Elusive Samurai.
There you go.
Of course, we have to cover Oshinoko Season 2 because...
Thanks, Ivan.
And, of course, Pseudo Harem, which is the one I chose, which I have a good chance I might win again.
Sure you do, brother. Sure you do. Just like you're 50-50.
Bank on it. It's like, it's like a baseball. Calling a shot.
There you go. All right, babe.
Left field. Like right in the middle, right?
Yeah, Cannonball didn't do too well last Halloween, there, babe.
That was last Halloween this year.
There you go. You can work your way up.
It's in the bag now.
Hope you changed your name to Reese's.
Count it.
Reese's race. What is it called?
Reese's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
How do you pronounce it? There's only one right now. Tomato. Let me know.
All right, there you go. I guess there's a thought. We're gonna do that again.
Well, we're talking. Well, that's what we gotta figure out, Miles. We gotta figure out if we're gonna have a sequel to our candy
extravaganza.
There you go. That's the word I came.
This time with fruit or fruit.
Sour candy or fruity candy, not chocolate. No chocolate involved. But we'll see. We might have our anime talk early on.
Wow, heavy candy.
There you go. We could. Whoa! 2 podcasts in one. You're blowing my mind.
Sweet and sour.
There you go.
Sweet and sour. The podcast.
See, my name is somehow smurging more to the podcast. Apparently.
See, it's called brand synergy, right?
There you go.
You're now
tacos. We got sourdough.
You're using the entire earrings that you're fusing together. The podcast.
How long will this fusion last? I don't know. It depends.
That's
Depends how we're feeling today. Maybe
Alright,
last forever or about 30 minutes.
What was it? 30 minutes. What did they say it was forever? 30 minutes.
That's fine.
Charmer forgot.
I love Dragon Ball.
Inconsistencies whatsoever.
I make fun of it, but man, I can't put it down. I want to sometimes, but I can't.
Alright, I guess with that, we'll conclude the podcast.
We're losing hosts by the seconds.
Alright, okay. See you guys next week.